Michael T. Bosworth, Solution Selling, Creating Buyers in Difficult Selling Markets. Are you tired of struggling to close sales in the face of expert buyers, skeptical customers, and cutthroat competition? Welcome to the world of solution selling, as presented in Michael T. Bosworth's book, Solution Selling, Creating Buyers in Difficult Selling Markets. This book summary will walk you through the intricacies of solution selling, a sales approach that focuses on addressing the buyer's needs, guiding them through their pain points, and creating a shared vision for a solution. You will also learn about the importance of understanding the 3 levels of buyer needs, navigating the buying cycle, the 10 faces of pain and their corresponding solutions, and the essential tools and techniques for successful selling.
Advanced sales methods. Today's expert buyers have made selling more challenging than ever. To succeed, the seller must use advanced sales methods that make the way you sell the pivot point of closing sales. The best sellers intuitively know how to help buyers develop action visions, mental images in which the buyers imagine using and benefiting from a product or service in a specific context. The key to successful selling is understanding the 3 levels of buyer needs, from latent pain to visionary solutions. Salespeople must re-engineer this vision, making buyers see that their product can solve their pain points. Since most buyers have negative impressions of salespeople, selling in less stereotypical ways is one of the best tactics. During the buying cycle, trust is the foundation of a successful transaction. The seller must help buyers delineate what they need and prove that their product is the ideal solution, leading buyers from examining their options to taking action. The salesperson must align with the buyer's mindset and concerns, answering questions and erasing doubts. The best salespeople intuitively know how to create relationships with clients instead of forcing them to buy. Understanding the 10 faces of pain in sales. Selling is not always easy, and there are 10 primary reasons why it can be difficult. These reasons are what the author refers to as the 10 faces of pain. These faces include things like latent pain, price negotiation, and cold calling. To overcome the challenges associated with these faces of pain, salespeople need to use certain tactics such as gaining access to someone with buying power, standing out among competitors, and knowing when to walk away from a deal. The author provides 10 steps to alleviate these pains, which fall under the solution selling method. By understanding the 10 faces of pain and the associated solutions, salespeople can overcome these challenges and achieve success. Moving buyers to vision. Successful salespeople move buyers from pain to vision. To achieve this, they spend time diagnosing the buyer's needs, rather than jumping to offer immediate solutions. They ask intelligent questions to understand the buyer's needs and create a shared vision. This approach increases credibility and creates demand for solutions. On the other hand, unsuccessful salespeople respond to any hint of need from the buyer with an instant solution, leading to no sale. Therefore, spend time diagnosing the buyer's need to establish credibility and create demand for a shared vision. Engage buyers with their vision. Salespeople are often too focused on their product and risk turning off potential buyers. To avoid this, engage the buyer in conversation, help them bring their vision to the forefront, and then use the product's benefits to match that vision. This approach is more effective because it shows the buyer that the product is exactly what they need. Discover pain and sell solutions. Learn how to use reference stories and the 9-block vision processing model to help buyers uncover their pain points and create workable solutions. The secret to successful selling lies in helping buyers acknowledge their pain and offering workable solutions. This can be achieved by using reference stories and the 9-block vision processing model. Reference stories demonstrate how your product or service helps someone in a similar situation solve a related business problem, providing the buyer with hope. Once the buyer acknowledges their pain, the 9-block vision processing model comes into play. This model involves asking a series of 9 structured questions divided into 3 sets: reasons, impact, and vision. The reason set starts with open-ended questions to elicit a detailed response, followed by control questions to delineate the diagnostic response, then confirming questions to verify information. The impact set explores the effects of the problem on the company, CEO's planning, and the marketing department. The vision set provides a solution, with open-ended questions, control questions, and confirming questions again. By probing instead of pitching, buyers are more likely to share your vision of a solution, which is an important step toward successful selling. The 9-block vision processing model helps you do this by asking the right questions and eliciting the right information. Mastering solution selling. Solution selling involves 3 essential tools: the reference story, pain sheet, and telephone script. The reference story should provide a situation, critical issue, business reasons, a vision, and a specific result. The pain sheet should contain all the data gathered during a 9-question process. Finally, the telephone script should be built around a buyer's problem you can solve and secure an appointment within 20 seconds. These tools are crucial for enhancing solution selling skills and making the process more effective. The importance of buyer alignment. The key to successful sales lies in understanding your buyer's mindset and concerns. This means aligning your sales pitch with the buyer's needs, solutions, and cost and risk considerations. If you focus on the wrong aspect at the wrong time, you risk losing the sale. Failure to align with the buyer's concerns can lead to a death spiral, where misinterpreting their concerns about risk can result in a lost sale. Thus, it's essential to carefully consider where the buyer is in their buying cycle and tailor your approach accordingly. 8 steps to mastering the buying process. In 8 Steps to Control the Buying Process, the author outlines a comprehensive guide for sales representatives to exert influence over potential buyers. Through a combination of rapport building, need development and vision creation, identifying benefits and closing techniques, the author argues that sales reps can maximize their chances of success. The importance of qualifying the buying process and identifying the power sponsor are highlighted, with tips on how to navigate each step. The author emphasizes the importance of trading commitments to secure an appointment with the power sponsor, ultimately leading to a successful sale. Mastering the 9-block vision processing model. Learn how to use the 9-block vision processing model to get buyers invested in your product's value. By getting buyers to provide the metrics their company will use to evaluate your sales proposition, you can tailor your benefits and advantages accordingly. The model is centered around 5 key questions, including what will be measured, who is responsible, how much is possible, what capabilities will be needed, and when will the investment pay for itself. With this versatile tool in your sales arsenal, you can effectively demonstrate the value of your product and close more deals. Empowering customers in sales. The key to successful sales is empowering customers by becoming a buying facilitator. Avoid requests for proposals, instead, get buyers to agree to a pre-proposal review to ensure it meets their needs. Create an understanding that the final proposal just confirms what's already been discussed so it cannot be rejected later. Negotiating with buyers. In the book, salespeople are advised to expect buyers to push for the lowest prices and concessions. To counteract this, sellers should ask for something in return and consider walking away if the request is unreasonable. By standing firm, buyers will understand that they have achieved the best available deal. This takes courage, but it protects sellers from being taken advantage of and losing their commissions. Revolutionizing sales management. Solution selling creates new sales management strategies, including 4 tools to implement the process and software companies that develop their own sales packages. This book introduces the concept of solution selling, which offers a fresh approach not only for salespeople but also for sales management. The author suggests 4 basic tools for implementing this process, namely, a first call debriefing log, a prospect qualification form, a call log, and a pipeline/activity summary. Moreover, software companies have begun developing solution selling modules in their sales packages, which include these mechanisms as well as a forecast database. The book challenges the conventional methods of selling and shows how innovative strategies and software can revolutionize sales management.
In conclusion, Solution Selling by Michael T. Bosworth offers valuable insights on how to close sales in even the most daunting markets. By focusing on understanding the buyer's pain points, guiding them towards a shared solution, and aligning your approach with their needs, you can turn challenging sales situations into success stories. Key takeaways include the importance of understanding the 3 levels of buyer needs, navigating the buying cycle, addressing the 10 faces of pain, and employing the 9-block vision processing model to create a shared vision. Solution selling can not only transform your sales approach, but also provide a new perspective for sales management. So strap in, and let's embark on the journey towards becoming an expert solution seller.